Mason.
Here.
And Commissioner Van Wagner. Here. So Commissioner Hankins and Ernst are absent.
Okay, so we're gonna review and approve of the meeting minutes of the September 5th.
I looked it over and I think it's fine. I make a motion.
I guess, second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, position reclassification. We want to explain this again.
Sure. So back in June, the Board of Health unanimously approved a reclassification of our entry-level IT positions. We found as we've gone through some of our IT classifications that they're antiquated. IT technology changes, seems like daily now. And so the descriptions that we've had on these positions are just outdated. It really does not reflect what the job actually is. And we wanted to update the some of the responsibilities. So we're really just making it more specific to each tailored position. We used to use the classification of data management analyst. So we had a data management analyst 1, 2, and 3. So those are the old titles, and they were really generic. Now we're moving to new titles that really identify what the position does. So we have one person that's currently in a data management analyst 3 position. That person the new title would be a senior systems administrator. We have the other 4 people are data management analyst 2 positions. So 2 of them would become system administrators. One would become a systems analyst, and the last one would be a network administrator. And I can broadly speak to these, although IT is not my area of expertise. And the senior systems administrator is obviously going to deal with a lot more of a higher level, the details. They've got a lot more experience. That's why they have the senior systems administrator title in front of it. The systems administrators, those are people who are specialized in very specific systems that we use. One is like our health space system. One is our Dentrix system. They're kind of the super user for those systems. The systems analyst is really, they're kind of the catch-all. They're doing all the other behind the scenes things. And then the network administrator, that person is handling our networks that we have, making sure that all the databases are up and running, the networks are going correctly so we can function and work seamlessly. So that's where we're at. We are not asking to hire any new positions. We're not asking to do any salary increases. We're really just wanting to update these titles and these job descriptions. They're all currently filled, so we're not posting, but we feel like, in the future, if anything does open up, you don't want to hire somebody in under an old job description. And we also want to make sure that the people that are in their job description reflects what they're actually doing. So when we do annual reviews and things like that, it matches what they're doing. So that's where we're at. Let's see, we've looked at this in detail. That for the IT positions, we had the IT director look at it, Tim Hella, our HR director. I sat in on it, Dan sat in on it. So we all took a look at these. In addition to these IT positions, we've looked at one other position in the department, and that's currently our publishing specialist. This position was established. It's actually not Janine. It's not Janine, nope. This position was established a number of years ago when we did a lot more printing, and we do our in-house printing. We find that it's much cheaper to do it in-house than it is to outsource it. So that's what this position started as we're looking. It's currently filled. Again, no salary changes. We're not hiring additional staff, but we're looking at the job description, and this role has evolved over time. So now there's more of a role with technology involved. So we really just want to update it, much like we did the IT ones. So the new job title will be, we went from a publishing specialist to, we want to call it a digital content specialist. The focus will be more on some of our social media platforms and really less printing. Although we still will print some in-house, the focus is going to be more graphic design and things like that. So
they do the newsletter too?
they do it. I'm sorry.
The
Yes,
newsletter,
Yes.
yes.
but
Yes.
it's digital.
Digital, right,
Yes.
yeah.
But since everything's digital, is it full-time? Or is their job that full-time?
Oh, yeah, we've got more than enough work for this position. And it's
So,
Yeah, and
currently filled.
they also like, put content on the website, take content off, you know, I mean, so they manage the website too. which,
Our
you know,
intranet website, and then we're hoping that we can get some, or I'm sorry, we're hoping to do more with, social medias. So,
somebody's doing a really good job on Facebook, whoever's doing that
Yeah.
right now,
okay.
it's really good.
Thank
It's
you.
out there.
The health department uses a lot of the expensive printing and paper. Is it necessary that they need to do all of that? I mean, when you look at the layouts to your formats and whatnot, is there any way that we could cut costs? I mean, you use a lot of colored, even in our presentations and what, you use a lot of that colored print and whatnot. Is there any way of avoiding, because I know ink isn't cheap.
Oh, no, it's not.
Is there any way because I don't know that we need, as a board, and even the general public, for some of those presentations, do we really need
Mhm.
that highlighted color?
The color aspects of it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I mean, part of reclassifying this job and kind of making it more focused on the digital output of things. Getting more away from paper. I mean, we've been looking internally
Yeah.
with all of our programs, like, you know, people, you know, you give people a brochure or something. And it just ends up in the trash can or,
Right.
you know, the floor of their car.
They're not saving it.
Right,
Upstairs.
everybody's looking on whether we like it or not, they're looking
Yeah.
on their phone, you know, for content.
Even I,
looking-
that's Montero.
Whoa. So, yeah, I mean, so we're just trying to shift with that, which, you know, as a byproduct of that, we're gonna be, you know, using less ink, less paper, so it should be
Yeah.
a cost savings. And we've even looked internally where, you know, we're printing things internally, and we had some printers that were defaulting to color, and we're like, why are we defaulting to color? This doesn't make any sense. We need to default to black and white. If you need something in color for, you know, a presentation or something of that nature, then you should, you know, go through the hoops to pick it.
Yeah, I
To
can
make that
understand,
happen,
I can
yeah.
understand you could use some of that, but you could probably save thousands of dollars
Mhm.
in a practical approach.
Yeah, and it's, you know, good points, because we are taking a look at that, and probably even, like you said, for the board packets, we could probably even back off.
Yeah.
On using, because I noticed, you know, one of them had,
Here is it, no,
not in this one, but in the regular board packet, you know, there is some
Yeah.
color in there, which we just try to make it look nice for you guys, but
You guys are special.
I don't think
The
we
good
noticed the
ones.
difference.
probably not, but,
For,
but point taken.
for the tech positions, is there a difference in pay range? Like, all the ones on the left were 2,223.
There is, yes.
There is, so
yes.
is it the same levels?
Yes, we have not changed the pay
No, I
ranges.
guess what I'm saying is the network administrators can make the same as systems and analysts.
And you got the
Yes.
senior
Yeah.
systems administrator is paid grade above the others. or-
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
There's-
yeah, we
there's a
went
range.
through and actually, because we have a scoring tool that we run through, and with every position, it looks at, what is it, 12 different factors?
Yep. 12 different
And then
factors.
you score the job to see where it falls in the classification schedule and we went through and scored them all, and they all stayed the same. So we did go through the process just to make sure.
So nobody's higher than somebody else.
We have one, the senior systems administrator is one level higher, and they are kind of like the program lead, so to speak, and that's Chris Roy.
The,
Oh, so there's nobody above him?
Tim Hella,
The
who's
director.
the IT director, right?
And the director makes higher than,
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
So the directors above these, and then those,
okay.
the positions in June that we approved, those entry level IT positions, those are below these. So this is kind of the middle that we're getting straightened
Oh,
out now.
This needed to be done.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
for
did.
sure. Yeah, I mean, when Tim came
Tim's done
in,
a
he
good
looked
job.
at these and he's like, these are so outdated,
Well,
like it
even
doesn't,
the-
and I mean, I looked at them, they look fine. but-
Me too.
You know, even the equipment was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim's done a great job of
Yeah.
updating, and we're on a schedule now where people aren't having 9, 10-year-old laptops, like we're.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
making
that's
sure
really
that we're
good.
on track.
move. Really,
He's done a nice job.
yes. Do we need to,
There's a motion,
Just to recommend it up to the full Board of Health.
okay, I'll make a motion to recommend it.
second,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Okay, public comment. Does anybody have public comment?
we're all looking at you, John. She's not public.
No,
Yes, I don't need to be the public.
no public comment, I guess we're adjourned, 9:25.
See, we started late, finished early.
Yeah, we knew it wouldn't take very long, probably, but yeah.
I kind of hoped I wouldn't even have to have a finance committee meeting for you guys this morning, but we were
Yeah.
busy working. so-
Yeah, I see it was on my phone as we were driving across. Oh geez. But I don't understand. We started out at, John and I loaded, maybe we were a couple minutes. About 8 o'clock. And you can get here in under an hour and I don't know, the roads were clear. Maybe we did, the roads are rough though.
I
Our
went
roads
to
are-
Gaylord, our Gaylord office the other day. It took me an hour and 20 minutes. I hit every school zone, a
Oh my God.
tractor, and
Yeah.
I mean. it
Dude,
was
yeah,
an
you can get
accident.
stuck behind
I
and
hit
you
every
can't pass.
semi-trailer that was driving.
Yeah.
up to
And
me.
And there were some slower vehicles, but not real slow. I know some traffic stops like we had early in the year. So pavement going down. Yeah, but you're right. There were 2 or 3 times when a car was going maybe 50.
Yep,
And
color
that
tour
was
people.
maybe
I hit
enough.
one of those too. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
looking at the leaves. and
The
it's
color's
like,
gone. There's nothing to see now.
There's nothing to see.